Yep, I marked more fish. You can see there's a band of them down there. There we go. I love it. Wow, that one just slammed it, Gord.
They are the most overlooked ice fishing species in all Canada.
And you forgot one thing, they taste well, too.
Yeah, do they ever?
Both baked and smoked.
Whitefish Florentine is my all-time favorite fish.
We might have talked about that recipe.
Coming up. Today's show is all about ice fishing. First, Bob will be on a small lake in southern Ontario fishing for some late-season perch and crappie.
Nice crappie.
Then he's off to Sunset Country to catch the underutilized and very tasty whitefish. The winter season can be 6 months long in many parts of Canada and in the northern U.S., so it's understandable why the sport of ice fishing is growing bigger every year. Today's episode will prove to you that hard water fishing is a great activity for anyone who wants to have some fun in the winter months.
Here comes. Whoa. All right. Oh, man. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Look at that big whiter. Yeah. Ah, huge. Oh, baby. That thing is a monster. Whoa.
The Real Fishing Show with Bob Izumi.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Oh, I got one. Look at that thing! Help! Look at those teeth!
Bob Izumi!
All right! Woo-hoo! Oh, that's a nice one. Oh! Whoa! All right! Look at the size of this fish.
Real Fishing is sponsored by Chevrolet, Mercury, #1 on the water, and Tim Hortons.
Hey folks, that's what I call real fishing. Hey folks, I'm on the road heading to a small lake in southwestern Ontario. We're trying to get in a late season fish before the ice melts. This time of year can be one of the best times for ice fishing, especially for panfish. Small lakes can hold a huge number of fish, but they're usually overlooked by many anglers looking for bigger bodies of water. As you can see, this time of year can also produce some great weather. Well, if you like ice fishing, these are the days you dream about. Late March, well, mid-March, warm weather. Can we ask for better weather than this or what?
No, it's gorgeous.
Well, I've got Paul White with me. Paul, you're chartered accountant from Waterdown, Ontario.
That's right.
And we're fishing a small lake here in southern Ontario for panfish. We've got the kids out. Your son here, Chris, and your nephew John's over there.
Right.
Now, how's the fishing been here lately?
Oh, it's been fabulous. Lots of big perch, crappie, sunfish, bass. Really good.
Okay, well, let's give it a whirl. We were here the other day, and have to admit we caught a few. We were just having some fun fishing. So let's give it a whirl. We got about, I don't know, a couple hours before it gets dark, hour and a half, 2 hours. So
Sounds good to me.
See what happens.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, boys, we're in business.
There we go.
First drop. Uh-oh. Feels, Mr. Crappie.
Hey, nice.
All right.
Nice one.
All right, nice crappie.
It's a big one.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's a good size little crappie. A perfect eating size.
Yep.
Perfect eating size right there. All right. That one's going to get iced down because we are going to keep a few fish today. It's a good sign, guys. John, good man. Oh, largemouth bass.
Nice.
You'll have to put that one back.
Hey, John, way to go.
There we go. Oh, nice size jumbo perch. So far, crappies, perch, all kinds of fun. So what I got here is a small, about a number 12 hook. Up my line, just a drop shot or cheater type hook. And then a small, very small jig on the bottom. So I've got a jig and minnow combination here. Jig a minnow and a minnow. So we'll lower it right down and see what happens. You'll see it going down on the Lowrance. Okay, good. So these fish seem to be relating pretty much on or just off the bottom a bit. So let's see. I'm just going to wait till my line goes limp here, and I'm going to lift it up maybe a few inches or so. Not going to work it really. I'm just going to try to hold as steady as I can. See if we just can entice a fish here. There we go. Aha! What's on now? Got one here, boys. Oh yeah, nice crappie. All right. Now he came on the high hook. It's amazing, this 1 pound fire line. You cannot break it with your bare hands. I was trying the other day to break it, and I could not break it at all. Very strong. There we go. All right. I might let you after a bit. Depends. You think it's the only hole that's got fish? Oh, come on. There's fish all over here. Wants to use the hole. I don't know. Should I let him?
Coming up, Bob shows you how picking up and moving to find the right depth can make all the difference in locating the fish.
All right. Another perch. You know, that's the real key about any successful ice fishing day, is to find the depth the fish are at.
Closed captioning is brought to you by FNCC and MotorExam.com.
Couple of quick ones right off the bat, and it seems like nothing. So we got to just keep moving until we find them before the sun goes down. You know, there are a number of cleats on the market. HT has 3 or 4 different styles of them. And I'll tell you what, for ice fishing, especially when the snow starts to melt off the ice, or if you've got just pure ice, these are definitely the way to go. You get some real good traction. I just punched a hole here and checked it with the Lowrance. It's like 19 plus feet here. So I think it's a little deeper, so I think the next hole is going to go shallower. You know, that's the real key about any successful ice fishing day, is to find the depth the fish are at. You know, when you're limited to fishing vertically right under you through the ice, you certainly want to make sure you're over the fish. Unlike open water fishing, of course, where you're trolling or casting and you're covering a swath of water, here the only swath of water you can cover is how many holes you dig in a day. Okay, you can see my line's gone limp. You can see the lines have gone all the way down, so I'm going to lift it up just slightly. Just an inch or two off the bottom. And with this 2-hook rig, I'm kind of covering, you know, maybe 10 inches of water down there, because I got about that space between the single hook and then the small jig. So just trying to cover all my bases. There we go. There we go. Come on, baby. What have we got on here? I think it might be Mr. Perch. All right. Guys, perch.
Yeah, nice fat one.
All right.
No fair.
John over there said no fair. Sorry, John. Uh-oh, there's some more fish down there. I better lower down. Put another minnow on.
There you go.
Got one?
Hey, nice.
All right. There's fish. Here we go again.
Another one.
Another perch. All right. Yes, I think we have located the school of perch, guys.
I think that's 4 in about 10, 15
Oh,
minutes.
pumpkin seed. There's orange pumpkin seed.
Beautiful. Nice, Chris.
1 pound test is getting a workout. Ah, another perch.
Hey, nice perch.
All right. Look at the perch right there. Come on, Paul, get him there.
Here we go.
What do you got, Paul?
Bass.
All right. Well, better get that baby back in.
I think so.
All right. What have you got on there, my man? All right. Nice perch. Nice perch.
That's a nice one, Chris.
Look at the size of that baby.
It's huge.
Big perch.
It's a nice yellow belly. All right.
There you go. Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
Good stuff. Well, hey,
Fatty.
we'll keep fishing for a few minutes, but I appreciate you bringing me out here.
Yeah, it's a
been lots
pleasure.
of fun,
Absolute
eh?
pleasure, yeah.
Yeah, we
Had a
got
great time.
we got some diehards here. This guy here, he's not quitting.
Not
eh,
quitting,
your
no.
cousin? He's been complaining all day though in the background,
That's
hasn't
right.
he? Well,
Because you caught so many.
we've only been here for a couple hours, but he did just lose one, so we'll see. As the sun went down and the camera wasn't rolling, John really turned it up a notch and caught a bunch of fish. Good perch.
That is nice. Way to go.
Let's take a look down under with this week's Fish Eye View, sponsored by Mercury, #1 on the water. When it comes to ice fishing, it's a well-established fact that first and last ice is the best fishing of the season. But these are dangerous times. The ice is either thin or honeycombed and disintegrating. Only experienced experts armed with flotation suits need participate. Most sane people wait for midwinter and thick ice before venturing out. While you may see a few good days during this time, the action really tapers off. A lack of sunlight and oxygen is to blame. Most fish head for deep water, where your fish finder will convince you they're still down there. You can try finesse techniques using light line and smaller baits. High-quality soft-action rods can also make a big difference. A better plan is to look for active fish in areas with elevated levels of oxygen. Check out shallow water structure where sunlight penetration is high. Other than lake trout, most species will venture into a meter of water. If you're lucky and stumble upon some living weeds, you've found a real hot spot. The very best midwinter action is found where a river or stream enters a lake. Similarly, offshore currents in narrows or on shoals provide a moving supply of oxygen and food. Once again, these can be very dangerous areas. Always test the ice as you go and be prepared with all the latest safety devices. When we return, Bob's in northwestern Ontario fishing for one of the most underfished and widely spread species in Canada, the whitefish.
Bob, I guarantee there is not a viewer watching your show in Canada right this minute that isn't within an hour, 2 hours max, and most people are within 30 minutes of whitefish just like we've done.
A couple of weeks before the ice fishing trip in southern Ontario, we traveled up to Ontario's Sunset Country with a group of avid anglers. We were going after one of the most widespread species of fish in Canada, the whitefish. Whitefish are not usually targeted by many anglers, but they're one of the best fighting and best tasting fish out there. Let's get packed up and head out. Did these make me look fat, sir? Got a good one on, Jim?
I believe so, man. He hit this and he smoked about 20-25 feet of line right off. So.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, we are having a lot of fun out here, folks. We've got a big group of guys. Actually, my neighbor Mark Alford's got one on over there. Will Wigman just landed one.
This is amazing.
We're up here in Ontario Sunset Country with my old buddy Gord Pizer, co-host of the Real Fishing Radio Show, famous award-winning outdoor writer, tournament champion, and just about.
What an intro.
And then of course we got Big Jim. Oh yeah, that's right. You won the tournament.
Yeah, it was by luck.
Oh no, you won two Canadian classics, and he also is a whitefish fisherman extraordinaire.
Wow.
There he is coming up the
This
hole.
is
There he is.
Oh, yeah, nice one.
Oh, you snagged Jimmy. That's why he was fighting so hard.
He's just caught in the nose. I felt him whack it, eh?
At the side on that fin.
Uh-oh. I think Mark lost his over there.
There we
nice
go.
one. All right.
Felt him whack it. I'll tuck him back down the hole. He'll be happy.
Good
Thanks,
stuff.
Mark.
You want me to dump him, or do you want to? Here, you hold him and show everybody. They're kind of like bonefish, the bonefish of deep water.
I'm eating a nice Tim Horton muffin watching all the action here. Easy now, I'm eating this muffin. Don't beat it.
He was feeding on the muffin.
They got a fish face that's very similar.
Oh! There he goes.
Well, enough of watching these guys fish. I was just on my little coffee break. It's time to get back to the holes. What do you think?
I think we should.
Okay, let's get over here. Jim, good fish.
Thanks, Bobby.
I have the latest in comfort for you. This is comfortable. There we go. Wow, that one just slammed it, Gord. Oh, that's a nice one. Okay, what do you got there, Wayne?
I've got the little Berkeley power bait minnow. I've got a smelt, which just happened to be cruising around, and then the perch came. All three. You ever see that before?
I've never ever seen that.
Well, there's fish down there now. Yep. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Come on in it.
I got you head again.
Unbelievable.
You're too slow today, Bob.
I think so. I mean, getting old, you know, getting old.
But neat fight, eh?
Incredible.
But they nice throb. They whack the bait.
No kidding.
And we've talked so many times about this. Everybody over finesses fish, and these things we're fishing them like lake trout.
Yeah, but when you find them, they're in schools, right?
Yep.
So you wanna just get one going, and does that get the other school the other members?
Oh, look at this! Look at this!
Let's see. All right.
Isn't that nice?
Beauty. Just suck the spoon in too, huh?
You think he was going to miss that bait?
I don't think so.
We're jigging it like lake trout.
That is so cool.
I'm going to have to keep this because he's got it way into his gills.
Yeah, I see it's bleeding a bit. It doesn't hurt to keep a few, right?
No, and this is a species that no one's ice fishing for, no one's fishing for, so we're hardly tapping the population in most lakes.
This tip of the week is sponsored by Coleman.
Well, one of the most important things about ice fishing, obviously, is safety, and we're always concerned about that. These ice picks that we put together are really nice. It's super long cord, so you can actually run this in your sleeves.
Right.
Have the picks readily available if you do happen to fall through the ice. Real simply, this little sheath here just retracts, and the pins come out.
All right.
In the meantime, when you're not using them, they're concealed away, so you're not hurting yourself.
So they automatically retract when you just poke them down into the ice, right?
As soon as you hit the ice, the sheath goes back in. It's spring loaded, and the pick comes out. And then all you can use this just to pull yourself back up to where there's more solid ice.
That's great, especially on a mild winter like we've got this year. Now the ice is thick on this lake, but yesterday when we were fishing out Bay Quinte, there were areas that it was 7 inches thick, and it'd be good to have those. What about the grippers that you can put on your boots? These were phenomenal yesterday morning when we had basically bare ice. There's no snow covering it, and these were incredible.
Safety is so important. It's easy to slip out there. Anytime you got clear ice with no snow or you little water on top, always make sure you have a pair of cleats.
All right. Well, it's so important being out in, these winter conditions and at times extreme conditions to be safe out there, folks. There we go. This is how you get kids turned on to thinking is catching fish, don't you think?
This is the opportunity where you get the bites and the good size. Like for most kids, that'd be the biggest fish they ever caught. That one you've got right there.
Oh, yeah.
More great fishing for whitefish when we return.
This is really roughing it, I'm telling you. Warm, late March day.
Everybody should do it, though.
You've got your sweater on. I mean, you're not exactly. I'm not dressed with too many layers. Okay, it's coming up.
Imagine kids, Bob, if you had young kids doing this.
Oh, this is how you get kids turned on to fishing, is catching fish, don't you think?
You know, we talk so much about catching perch and little fish for the activity level. This is the opportunity where you get the bites and the good size. Like for most kids, that'd be the biggest fish they ever caught. That one you've got right there.
Yeah. What would that fish go? That'd be about 2.5, solid 2.5?
Yep. It's probably the biggest one you've ever caught.
Easy now. Well, maybe. At this moment.
But just, whoops, so overlooked opportunity.
Look at that. That hook just popped out. Now, they can't swim backwards, can they? But they can go forward.
The Halliburtons, Muskokas, near north, far north, Western Canada, Alberta, Saskatchewan, probably one of the most widely spread fish in the country.
Is that right? So for a lot of our viewers across the country, there's opportunities really to fish these.
Bob, I guarantee there is not a viewer watching your show in Canada right this minute that isn't within an hour, 2 hours max, and most people are within 30 minutes of whitefish just like we've got.
And they're not getting fished much.
That's the nice thing.
Don't sound so happy.
Until they watch your show and see how you can do it.
Huh. All right. Hurry up, Jim. The paparazzi are there.
I just can't get over how these fight. They're so much fun.
Right.
It's nice. Perfect size.
Good stuff. There we go. I love it. I missed one, so I lifted a foot or two and then lowered it right back to the same depth. I didn't reel it all. And whammo. The way this rod's bent, Gord, I could be on the back of a boat fishing sailfish out in the Pacific right now, just in the fighting chair, just like this. You know, with all the technology nowadays, Gord, the sonars, the ice shelters like this HT, and, you know, comfortable chairs, you've got everything. You really don't have an excuse not to enjoy the winter months of fishing, do you?
And you know what, Bob, if you do, you miss half the year. Up here in the North Country, it's 6 months of the year.
Wow.
At least 4.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, you know, you guys got great fishing up here in northwestern Ontario. And this fish is hooked pretty deep, so I think better keep this one. But I'm telling you, folks, got to give this whitefish a try. Gord, I appreciate you bringing me out, showing me some of your spots, and what can I say? Life is good. I guess the next time I'll see you is in the Real Fishing Radio studio.
About a couple of weeks.
Absolutely. Thank you. Whether you want to go after a strong fighting fish like the whitefish, or try some ultralight fishing for panfish, you can experience all of it close to home. Next time you plan a fishing trip, take a look at the area around you. You might just be surprised at what's in your own backyard. Hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week right here for some more real fishing. There he is. You got him. Yep.
Boy, I'm just having a ball with these. These
Isn't
are
that
fun.
something else? This is too cool. Oh, yeah. Nice crappie. All right. Yeah, all right. This is a big fish. That is a fish of a lifetime. Whoa. Well, that is just amazing.
Look at that thing.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That was too cool. Oh, man, what a fish. Look at that. Yeah.